After a short while, Sana and Yuri ascended to the living room aboard the Quinder. Sana took her seat beside Chris, with Yuri settling in next to her, her hand still gripping her testic. No sooner had she sat upon the kutila than Yuri bowed her head deeply toward Claire. "Thank you so much for earlier," she murmured. Claire merely shrugged. It was nothing. Yuri remained restless, keeping her head lowered but stealing shy, upward glances at Erandora and Lamar. Noticing her unease, Sana introduced the two.
"These are Erandora and Lamar, the dragons from before."
It appeared that Yuri had not yet realized who the blonde woman and the blue-haired boy sitting before her truly were. When the introduction was made, a small "A" escaped her lips, and she instinctively pressed both hands over her mouth.
"They usually shapeshift into human form like this,"
Sana explained. Yuri, unable to hide her astonishment, gave a polite nod to Ramal and Erandora, her hands still shielding her stunned expression.
"Ramal was the one who carried you all the way here,"
Sana added. At those words, Yuri's cheeks flushed a deep crimson, and she bowed once more. "Thank you so very much," she whispered. "More importantly," Claire interrupted, her voice cutting through the atmosphere, "since you're coming with us, you'd better change into a Pyulla." "Huh?" Yuri looked toward Sana, her expression a mask of confusion.
"A Pyulla is the kind of outfit we're wearing right now,"
Sana explained. To demonstrate, she lightly pinched the hem of her white dress and lifted it. The fabric shimmered with a brilliant luster, its surface shifting through a rainbow of 7 colors as it caught the light.
"It's woven from thread infused with a dragon's life energy,"
Sana continued.
"When you wear one, you gain special abilities tied to that specific dragon's nature. For example, you can fly through the sky like BB, or breathe underwater like Chris can, right Chris?"
Chris gave a silent nod with smile.
"I still don't know what my specific power is yet,"
Sana admitted.
"but as you might have noticed, just putting on a Pyulla lets you float a little like this."
With that, Sana stood up. True to her word, her feet hovered about 5 centimeters above the floor.
"Wow, that's amazing. I want one too,"
Yuri exclaimed, her eyes sparkling with wonder. And so, it was decided they would head to Vestamerna to have a Pyulla tailored specifically for her. Since there was no need for the entire group to go, the 3 girls, Claire, Sana, and Yuri would set out on their own. The rest of the party remained behind to look after the Messiona. Ramal brought over some water for Chris and Erandora as they sat upon the kutila. Along with it, he served a plate of marinamumu, round, cookie-like confections. They were curious sweets with a unique texture that seemed to crumble and melt away the moment they touched the tongue. The flavor was delicately sweet, leaving behind just a faint, lingering hint of cinnamon.
"Come to think of it,"
Chris began, picking up a piece of marinamumu.
"I've never really heard much about you or Ramal. What exactly are the dragon race? What do you mean by, what are we?"
Erandora asked in return. Ramal, his mouth full of sweets, turned his gaze toward Chris as well.
"Earlier, you said you made a contract with me to support my reincarnation on the surface,"
Chris continued, voiced by a growing curiosity.
"But does that mean the dragon race and all the other guardian beasts exist solely to support humanity?"
Once she grasped the intent behind his question, Erandora offered a gentle smile. Then, she began to speak, her voice slow and steady, as she wove the tale of the ancient bond between the dragon race and humankind.